Off. Comes down the big game.
Hey, listen, I hate the rule. I think it should be.
I think it's time to get the money time.
I got no idea. Marcus.
Anybody?
Okay. I'd still take it.
The fat
Marquez. Whoever.
red border. By talking about that, right? Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. We are at the conference championships. I'm here live with Mr. Diesel and the one, the only Pick Football Flair!
The boys.
How we doing?
Let's fucking up.
Doing excellent. And you? What's that noise?
Doing pretty bad.
There we go. Fixed it. Sorry. Just looping. How we doing, boys? Thursday. Happy Thursday. We're in here with another episode of the Pretty Bad Sports Podcast. How's everybody's week been?
Pretty bad.
Like that.
It's been actually pretty good. No, it's been pretty bad.
Okay. Diesel, with the amount of time you've been on the 49ers this year, I think I'm going to have to get you, a 49er shirt or something.
Oh, that'd
No,
be
you know
lovely.
what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I was gonna save this for later in the show, but you already brought it up. If the 49ers win this week, I am buying Diesel a 49ers shirt, not a jersey. I'm buying you a shirt, but it'll be of your choosing, up to $30. Okay.
$30.
Up to if the 49ers win this week, up to $30, you can get whatever. Dude, if you look at the website for the 49ers, you get a lot of fucking good shit for $30. But I'm gonna tell you right now, they're not gonna win, buddy.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, bud. If the Eagles win, I'm not buying you shit.
It's okay. Because I picked the Eagles.
He says, okay, whatever, kid. You got
I'm
a
the
fucking
only-
Eagles jersey on.
I picked the Eagles.
Who do you
I don't
think
want
they
the
are?
I don't want the 49ers to win.
I'm the only guy that picked fucking San Fran, baby.
You are right now.
I think everyone at this point knows our picks, right? We have our video out. I think everyone knows our picks.
Jordan Perdomo wants to know who let Hulk Hogan on here.
I love my guy.
Let's go, Jordan. That's fucking what's up, buddy. Who looks like Hulkamania? It's got to be Pick Flair, right?
Flair. Or is it Patty Ice?
Come on.
I look like fucking
It really
John
could be
Cena.
any of us if we're being honest. It really could be any of us.
I kind of love that. So, Diesel, we wanted to talk before we get into the conference games, buddy. I want to talk about the current state of the New England Patriots.
Well, let's
We
just
got-
say
We got a new offensive coordinator, Diesel. Fill us in. What's been going on?
well, let's just say the Patriots just took a big step in the right direction, getting Billy O back. We got a legit coordinator, thank God. I do not know where Patricia is. Hopefully hide him upstairs in the box. I just think the Patriots, that's a big stepping stone right there for them, and we'll see what happens when it comes draft day, and see if Mr. DeAndre Hopkins comes take a little visit in New England. Hopefully, make a little trade for him, but right now, Billy O's, that's a big piece we just added.
Yep, I'll take it. That's definitely an upgrade at the offensive coordinator position. My concern is I still don't think they're going to move. I think Joe Judge is out of here. That guy stinks. I think he's confirmed out. But I don't know. I feel like Bill loves himself some Matty P. And I feel like he's going to fucking move him somewhere else and keep him on the team.
See, I don't mind having him, but just stay away from the offense. Like, if he wants to go back to, like, defense and help out, but just stay away from the offense, please. We saw that disaster.
It sounds like Gerard Mayo found himself a new role as well. It looks like he is potentially the assistant head coach is what it looks like. I know he was in on the interviews for the offensive coordinator, which is something you don't really usually see. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Have they, officially confirmed that he's...
No, I don't think they have. I'm
No,
honestly
yeah.
just speculating with what I read on fucking the pizza places and fucking Twitter, you know?
Seriously. All this fake news. Look at that
Fake
Chiefs. Look at that Chiefs fan. He's not even gonna cheer on his little Patriots. He's not a little happy. The Chiefs.
What do you want me to cheer on? What are you really that happy about? Tell me.
Billy
We
O,
got a
brother.
new offensive coordinator.
You're really pumped that we pulled a failed NFL coach out of the fucking NCAA to come be our OC. Like, am I happy that it's not Matt Patricia? Yeah, dude, but it's not like we
Well, there
grabbed
you go.
fucking
That's the
guru.
exact reason
Look
we're
at you, happy. I saw a little smirk
Oh,
right
dude,
there.
let's go, dude. Let's go, boys. We grabbed someone who's not 280 pounds to be our fucking offensive coordinator. Listen, what has he done in the NFL to make you happy?
I won a Super Bowl with the Patriots as offensive coordinator.
as an offensive coordinator, right? And was that
Yeah.
with Tom Brady or was that with Mac Jones?
It was with the New England Patriots. It's a
It
team.
was with Tom
baby,
Brady.
and
It was with Tom Brady.
Hey,
It was with
you
Tom
can
Brady.
facilitate this any way you want because there's nothing on earth we could say to make you want to talk about the Patriots. We understand, buddy. We
No.
understand.
Hey, listen, if you want to just crown the guy already's coming in
We're
with
not
Mac Jones, then great.
Nobody's
That's
crowning anybody. We're excited that Matt Patricia is not calling offensive plays next year. That's it. But it's nothing to celebrate. No one's
Well, you
one's-
just said you were celebrating.
hoisting this
Right.
fucking trophy over our heads. All right, let's settle down a little bit, buddy, and let's have a little bit of excitement for a small.
Come on, give us something to get excited about.
I'm extremely happy that we got the Texans head coach as our offensive coordinator. I'm gonna go fucking do a naked lap around my building real quick.
Hold on, Pick Flair. I forgot to mention everybody watching. I just want to say thank you. We have our special guest Nancy on the podcast today. Negative Nancy, thanks for joining.
Absolutely, I'm glad to be here, boys. I'm glad to be here because I really was pushing all offseason to have the Texans' old head coach that got fired as our offensive coordinator. I'm really
Who
happy.
did you want to be offensive coordinator? Like whose resume is the golden resume that's gonna fucking light it up for you?
This is what I'm saying. What do you mean golden resume?
I'm saying to you, I'm asking you because I'm excited that we got a guy that knows the system, knows the Patriot way. He's won a Super Bowl with our team in the role he's in right now, and I think that's a step in the right direction.
Let me talk to you a little bit though. When you just said knows the system, when's the last time he coached for the Patriots?
He knows the Patriot way. So we're going to probably have new schemes and
What are
all
you
that, but he
talking about?
knows the Patriot way. He knows what to expect out of Bill Belichick as the head coach. I think he knows what he's getting into, and I think it's a small step in the right direction. I think it's good.
Small step in the right direction, I'm okay with. But why the fuck are we fucking out here pumped?
We're not. We're just doing a 5-minute Patriot segment, buddy.
Seems like we're pumped.
He's too locked
Seems
into
like
the
we're
Chiefs right
pumped.
now. He's too locked in.
I'm excited about it. I'm
Seems
more
like
excited
we're
than Matt
excited,
Patricia.
but not pumped. Like, okay, if you're
And
excited,
yeah,
and not pumped,
what do you want me to say? Like, what word could I say
it's
for
an
you?
average hire. It's an average hire.
Who would
It's
be
like
above average, real quick, and then we'll move on to the championship games. Who would be above average?
an above average hire would be
Yeah.
maybe like if we grab the guy from the Vikings or something, but we don't like. We're
Never
not
even done it.
attracting.
He's a wide receiver coach.
What did you say?
He's a wide receiver coach.
No, I said grab the guy from the Vikings, which didn't specify which one. I'm saying if we grab the OC from the Vikings, who put on a great fucking job this year, we're not
Why
going to
would he
grab
go to the Vikings? I don't even think that's a thing. The guy the Patriots, they interviewed a guy from the Vikings. It was the wide receiver coach. So I don't know who you're talking about.
I understand that. What you're saying is who would be exciting, right? Who
Oh,
would be
okay.
exciting?
I got you now. All right.
There was no one exciting. I'm not excited about anyone out there. Billy O was a good hire. I'm not saying he's a bad hire, but am I fucking pumped about it? Like, for what, dude? Is it going to make a major difference next year? Maybe. We'll see. But, like, you're acting like we hired Josh McDaniels as the new coach.
Oh, no. We're just doing a 5-minute segment. And we're talking about the offensive
You said
coordinator.
excited. You said excited.
Whatever you want to say, Big Flair. Any words you want, buddy. I think
I'm
it's a great step in the right
excited.
direction.
You
I
said
don't know how
excited.
else
I
to
didn't,
say
I
it,
didn't
bro.
say
You just
excited. You said it. You
you
said
don't want
excited.
to talk about the Patriots. Let's move on for you. Go ahead so that we can get some
No, they're
vibes up in here.
pretty bad, dude. They're pretty bad.
Hey.
Let's move on. Pick Flair before he pops a fucking blood vessel on this episode.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
So, all right, well, let's move on. We do got some exciting championship games. You guys want to start with the AFC?
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
No,
handle
let's start with the NFC. What are you talking about? Let's start with the NFC.
Okay.
No,
Fire
I'm just trying to piss you off, dude. Whatever you want. I don't care. Let's start with the fucking MLS. How about that?
No, that's not exciting. I mean, we do got some exciting games. Let's just move on and talk about the Bengals and the Chiefs, which is a rematch from last year.
Nice, good old rematch back in Arrowhead. Or should
I'm
I say?
surprised you're not wearing Chiefs gear tonight.
I know. I was expecting him coming in
Doesn't the
hot,
red
doing,
headband on?
doing the
I wore my
TikTok
Chiefs
dances.
gear last week, and it worked. And you know what? I'm gonna leave it up to the Chiefs this week. I'm not gonna go superstitious.
Now,
I already wore my Chiefs gear.
what's your excuse with if the Chiefs lose? You're gonna say, "Oh, but Mahomes has played a one leg."
No excuse. If they lose, they're losing to a great team. I'm a big Jamar Chase fan, big Joe Burrow fan, big Bengals fan overall. Like, I mean, you follow my account as far as you want back. I've always been a fan of the Bengals. I'm a Patriots fan at the end of the day. I don't have to be excited about bum coaches getting signed because they're better than the bum coach before. But I
You're
will
a
say,
Patriots fan?
yeah.
Patriots fan. Don't feel
Yeah.
like it.
Hey, listen, Kellen called it Burrowhead, right? He just commented in the
Hello.
chat, and that's a great point, right? You know,
Burrowhead.
So I want to say
Joe
something.
Burrow
If,
has won.
if
Okay,
Joe
go ahead.
Burrow wins this game versus Patrick Mahomes, can we say Joe Burrow's a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes?
And the biological
argument why.
father of
And he's
Jackson and
Give me
daddy.
your
Burrow.
argument why. Give me your argument why, other than that he's beat his defense.
I just like Burrow. He puts up just as good as stats as Patty.
Does he?
You know. Oh, here we go.
I'm asking, does he? Because he definitely doesn't. But what stats does he put up that are just as good?
Are we gonna say he's better than? I mean, we gotta like. There's gotta be start being talks if Burrow wins this game versus Patrick Mahomes. You gotta say he's better. At least there's gotta be some speculation, right?
Well,
Like,
there will
I'll
be
tell you where he's
speculation.
head.
I feel like he's better. He honestly, you know what, Burrow, as much as like this is maybe too soon right now, but he gives me Brady vibes. I think he's so calm in the big games. That's why he's Joe
People were saying
Cool.
that 2 years ago, bro, and it's not really too soon because he's the same type of player as Brady, where he has that good pocket presence. He has that dog in him. He really does. He has that completion percentage when it comes. That's why I was asking stats, because that was an easy one. Completion percentage, bro, especially under pressure. That is a stat, 100%. So completion percentage and completion percentage under pressure, he is a great quarterback. But when it comes to overall stats, like, you can't just take the fact that he beats the Chiefs and say that he's a better quarterback. You can't.
I mean, I would, right? I don't know. If I feel like in clutch moments right now, the way I've been seeing Burrow lately, I'd rather take him over Mahomes.
Yikes. Well, he's younger. He's younger.
I just
Yeah, how many AFC championships has he won compared to Mahomes right now?
He's
Or
3-0
been to.
against Mahomes.
Sorry, been to. Okay, how many? Okay, 3-0 against Mahomes. Again, quarterback versus quarterback.
Yeah,
They don't each other on the field.
Patrick Mahomes has more AFC championships.
He has been to. It's not like we're early on, all right, into both of their careers. One is 27, and Burrow's what, 24 or maybe 25? I could be wrong on that. We're early on into their careers, right? So statistics-wise, it's not really close. In terms of where their teams are, you can say that this Bengals team is going to take over the AFC that all was given to the Chiefs 2 or 3 years ago, and I'll agree with you there. But you can't just say Burrow's better than Mahomes. His team is fucking stacked. And so was the Chiefs 3 years ago, but they gave up Hill. They replaced him with Juju.
Oh my God. Still, like, a lot of teams would take Juju over a lot of guys right now, but
would you take Juju over T. Higgins?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, and that's the number 2 over there, right?
Yeah, but we got to.
I mean, they have Travis Kelce as well.
Yeah, the Chiefs. I mean,
Travis Kelce's a tight end. We're talking wide receivers here. Would you take T. Higgins and Jamar Chase over Juju Smith-Schuster and Martin Valdez-Scantling?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Can we go to tight? Can we compare the tight ends now?
So add the tight end and tell me, would you take that unit over the other unit? Would you take the Chiefs unit over the Bengals unit?
When they had Tyreek Hill, yes, but right now, no.
Okay, they don't have Tyreek Hill right now. They don't.
Right.
He's
Mahomes was caught up in a better situation.
You got to let us talk.
We got to admit, Mahomes coming into the league got handed a fucking.
No, he didn't.
Handed a key to a great fucking team. You got to admit that. Like, Mahomes got a good team. He got handed to, like, right when he got the starting gig, buddy. He had weapons all over the place.
And Burrow did it.
I don't think Burrow.
I'm in the chat. I agree.
Kelce is a fucking wide receiver, Rob.
Kelce's the best tight end almost ever. He's got like maybe a year or two before he overtakes Gronk. So if you want to call Gronk a wide receiver too, sure. But like, no, he's not a wide receiver. When's the last time you see Kelce go sit? When's the last fucking 40-yard touchdown you saw Kelce have? Like, enough of that shit. He's a tight end.
Receiver.
No one's arguing his position. I think he plays like a wide. He plays like a wide receiver, and I'm just referring to weapons on an offense. I'm referring to weapons.
Okay, I already said
for position. I just want to compare tight end to tight ends. Can we go to tight ends now?
Yeah, Hayden Hurst is no bum.
No, he's
and he had CJ Uzoma last year, who was awesome.
He's
I
no
think Hayden
Travis
Hurst is
Kelce.
an upgrade to the
Okay,
Bengals.
do you know the difference between the tight end 1 and tight end 2 this year? Because it's about 160 fantasy points, and Travis Kelce's at the top. So
Yeah.
you can't compare, oh, he's no Travis Kelce. That's like, oh, he's no Michael Jordan. Yeah,
Michael
no, he's
Jordan?
not potentially the best tight end of all time. But that doesn't mean he's a wide receiver.
We're just talking about the guys on the team. That's all. Tight end for tight end.
Okay. But you said he was basically a wide receiver.
It says he plays like a wide receiver.
But he
He's
doesn't
not
because
a
he
wide
doesn't
receiver,
catch the
Pick
ball
Flair.
downfield.
You are correct, Pick Flair.
He doesn't
is
catch
not
the ball
a wide
downfield.
receiver.
He
Okay.
doesn't catch the ball downfield. No, he doesn't play like a wide receiver. He plays like a tight end. He's just better at the tight end position than anyone else in the league by far right now. The only person who was close to him was 3 years ago when Gronk was still in the league.
Yeah, I mean, he's just he's like Rob said in the chat. He's like he's Kansas City's #1 option. So like he's gonna get the ball a lot.
Yeah,
So-
and Gronk was Brady's #1 option for a while too, and he was a fucking beast. Same way Antonio Gates was Phillip Rivers' #1 option. Same way that fucking Todd Heap was Joe Flacco's #1 option. Tight ends, if you have a great one in the top 5, they will be your #1 option. They're bigger, they block, they're not always out on passes, they catch the ball more efficiently than most wide receivers, and you don't throw it downfield to them. That's just the tight end position, though. Like, you can't say, like, oh, you can compare him to T. Higgins. T. Higgins, is he running a post route the same way that T. Higgins is? Like, again, like, show me the deep balls to Travis Kelce. You can't compare the two.
Okay. Anyways, I think the Bengals. I think the Bengals might beat up on the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm feeling that, dude. I don't think Kansas City's ready to. There's too much weapons on the Bengals right now. I feel like Kansas City's defense ain't ready this time.
You just said it, bro, and I agree with you. I don't agree with you in the sense that they're going to beat up on them, but I do think that if you look at it from an offensive standpoint, the Bengals have way too many weapons for this to not at least be a shootout. They have probably one of the best offensive units outside of the quarterback, other than maybe the Eagles in the league. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Hayden Hurst, and Joe Mixon, and we're not even talking Samaje Perine. And then you have someone like Joe Burrow throwing to him, who I agree with you what you said earlier, is just like a Brady. He's very efficient. He knows how to get the ball out quick. He knows how to throw under pressure. He knows how to throw through the pocket. If you put a great quarterback in that situation with that unit, it's very tough to shut him down. But what I will say is that the Chiefs' defense has been showing up in the last couple of weeks. I think it's going to be a shootout.
This usually always happens. The Chiefs' defense is kind of like mediocre during the year, and then playoff time they're like a completely different team. But I just feel like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins they're different, man. And I really think that Hayden Hurst factor is a game changer because I think he's way better than Uzoma they had last year. And
what a great tight end for him to have too. It's almost like
oh my god,
tight end.
He's a bully. But
I love it, dude, because honestly, the one thing that I think is going to be a big factor for them is Chris Jones, who has really put himself into, obviously Aaron Donald had his injuries this year, but Chris Jones has put himself into the discussion of the best interior defensive lineman in the league this year.
He's a game wrecker. Like he's
a game wrecker.
He takes over games. Like
and Frank Clark's a beast too. He still showed that he's got some youth to him. You know what I mean? Like, he's no bum. He's still doing what he can do. But Chris Jones, I mean, I've been saying for years that guy's kind of like an athletic freak, but he never had that full season. This year, I don't think there's any discussion on who a better interior defensive lineman was. It's been Chris Jones, and it hasn't even been close. So I think that's what they have going for him this year, is that he caught his stride and he hasn't slowed down. I think if he really gets after it internally and gets Joe Burrow to move around, out of those two quarterbacks, who's better on the run? I'd say definitely Mahomes, but Mahomes is hurt. Like, I'm not going to use it as an excuse. Again, I'm not a fucking diehard Kansas City Chiefs fan. Like, if I'm the Bengals right now on the defensive side, I want to make Mahomes get outside.
I'm coming after him. I'm blitzing. Like,
100%.
Let's see how that leg is.
I'm the Chiefs. I'm bringing Chris Jones right into fucking Burrow's face the same way because he's not the same way outside of the pocket as Mahomes is. So we're gonna have to see what happens, but it's gonna be a dogfight. It's gonna be a shootout. Hopefully, if you're an NFL fan and you don't think that the best way this game goes down is a shootout, I don't know what type of football you're trying to watch.
I'm going to bring on a special surprise guest that I have here. And
Whoa.
He is the heart of Kansas City. Eric Carr.
Wow.
To the show.
Well, I gotta watch my mouth.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Eric requested. I had no idea he was going to be on. This came up 5 seconds ago, and he absolutely demanded that he gets on the show now. Eric, you might be mute. There he is. I see his mic moving. Eric, how are you?
What's up, boys?
Oh shit! There he is.
I know you got a lot to say right now, Eric. Oh no, I think we lost him.
No
Eric,
way.
can you hear us?
Yeah. Hold on, boys.
Okay.
All right.
You guys are
I
doing
think
this
it's
on
good now. I
purpose.
was getting some feedback.
Yep.
He's chopping, doing the Chiefs chop
here.
right
We
now.
doing, Eric? How are you feeling heading into the AFC Championship?
Yeah, I'm pumped, boys. I'm hearing all this Burrowhead talk. I figured I had to jump on.
Let's hear it.
I got to defend my voice, I'm the
Yep.
I'm the lone KC fan, I think, right?
No, sir.
Pick Flair has been high on the Chiefs all.
Not at this point in the season, bro. At this point in the season, my Patriots are out. I'm full Chiefs. Let's go.
Even
I'm
when the
digging
Patriots were in, he definitely was high on the Chiefs. He knows they're one of those teams that are going to be there. He was right.
Yeah, I'm liking the talk. At least some respect for the defense, right?
Oh, dude, defense has been unreal this year because of the rookies. The rookies
Right.
showed up. No one's talking about Trent McDuffie.
That's
Unreal rookie that they picked up. People are sleeping on the defense because the offense is so good, but the Kansas
the one
City
with the
Chiefs
one-handed?
defense has showed up.
Did he have? Was he the
Yeah.
guy that got the one-handed pick last game? Was that him?
That was Watson.
That's another rookie.
Wow, so they got some nice rookies over there, and the positive thing for them is, their defense, like Eric is saying, I mean, they're playing well this year, and luckily it just kind of goes under the radar for them. You know what I mean? It's like they don't have much pressure as a defense because they're just known as such a offensive team for a while. But it sounds to me like they're really cooking on defense, playing that championship defense.
Yeah, they're playing loose. They don't have any scar tissue. They haven't played Burrow yet, or they did earlier in the season, but not in the playoffs. So, I mean, all this Burrowhead talk, I hope they're coming in hot,
Yep. How do you feel about this? I mean, they are Joe Burrow is undefeated against the Chiefs. He's 3-0 against Patrick Mahomes. Like, how are you guys feeling over there? Do you think do you expect this to be a dogfight, close game, or do you expect your Chiefs to take care of business?
Well, I can tell you all 3 games have been by 3 points, so I don't expect it to be too much different than that. I mean, the wild card obviously is that comes down to that ankle, but I mean, what I've seen, he's looked good. He practiced yesterday. I mean, I think he's ready. He's definitely motivated.
I think that was a really good point, though, that not a lot of people are talking about. All 3 games were 3-point games. Talking about renaming a stadium after a guy. 3-point games. Weren't 2 of them in over? At least one of them were in overtime. Maybe 2 of them. Like, I mean, come on.
Last year.
The playoff game was overtime. That was the only game in Arrowhead, by the way, too. The other 2 were regular season in Cincinnati. So come on.
Yep. I mean, this is going to be a great game, guys. Like, we can't just shit on the amount of talent that's going to be in this game. This is going to be an absolute. I mean, when you talk about these 2 games, I think this is going to be the one to watch. The other one's going to be a defensive dogfight. And if you love football, it'll still be one to watch, but it won't be as many electricity strikes as this one, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, this got to be the 2 best offenses clashing in the NFL right here.
Eric, I have a question for you. You guys lost Tyreek Hill at the beginning of the season. He got traded to the Dolphins. You guys got Juju Smith, and you guys are right back to where you were. Like, how nervous were you when that trade happened? And like, how do you feel now?
Who's Tyreek Hill? I don't remember.
Awesome.
I mean, obviously a huge loss. You can't replace 1,800 yards, but we didn't need to keep chucking the ball down the field, and defenses were queuing in on that. Obviously, you saw the last couple of years, everyone's playing shell coverage, and we're working a lot harder to move the ball. But this year, it's looking a lot more in sync with everybody.
Yeah, I spread it out.
Juju's coming up big. I mean, MVS is starting to click. Tony's a huge addition.
He's a great pickup.
My God, when you guys got Tony, I was like, oh my God, this guy stays
electric.
healthy,
He just needs to keep his head on him, and he's a great player. I mean, it would have been the same thing in New York too. It's just they clearly didn't know how to get the guy motivated. Is my opinion. I mean,
he's in a good spot right now, Crow. That's a good pick.
Motivated.
That's a good point that you're making there. I think him being in Kansas City with, a team that's been there, a coach that's been there, I think that's really going to help out a player like him and bring the best football out in him.
Yeah, it definitely highlights his skill set. And anyone here on Hardman? I haven't heard anything on Hardman.
He's actually about
Is
to
he
ask
back
you that.
though? Is he back? 100%.
They just keep pushing him out. They keep saying he's quite like day to day, but then he has a setback at practice or doesn't practice and sits out another week. I don't know.
I mean, personally, dude, the way that Sky Moore and Tony have been showing up a little bit here and there, I'd almost rather sit him out. Like, I mean, he's been out for a while now. It's kind of like the same thing. We'll get into the 49ers, too. It's kind of like the same thing with Jimmy G and Brock Purdy. It's like, do you want to put a guy in that hasn't played that long into a pertinent game in a championship game?
Crazy, man.
Yeah, I hear you. I think, they could use him in spurts. What they did really well with him against the 49ers this year was they did a lot of jet sweeps with him. They killed him. So if we play a team that's pressuring us, a lot of blitz rush, he's good on the end. So it'd be good to throw him in for a play or two, just a sweep or something, or even as a decoy. But
yeah, he's always good.
I hear you. You don't want to play him any big minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a special teams
Totally
guy
agree.
too. But
Rob Time says in the chat that Hardman was limited in practice. Is where he's
that's
at
the
right
best update I've seen on him in a long time.
yeah, they
haven't seen him practice in a long time.
like last week's game. They ruled him out real quick. Didn't even know like
banging on my door. Hold on. Keep going, fellas. Someone's banging on my door. I might have to go fucking teach him a lesson real quick.
It's Joe Burrow saying weather.
Oh man, Eric, it's gonna be an exciting game. I mean, just for all football fans, it's always cool to see two teams that have some history square up and another win or go home game.
Yeah, if this shit talk doesn't fire you up, I don't know what will.
I know. What did there was a Chiefs player that came out today that said something about the Bengals, like
I don't know.
Yeah, he said something. There was a Chiefs linebacker. He said something like something about the Bengals, like nothing scares me about them, or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if we have a right to talk about that, but obviously.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, do you feel this type of like a rivalry like coming together right now? It kind of feels like a Manning and a new Manning Brady era right here, like just two unbelievable quarterbacks clashing in the championship
huge games, yeah.
And it just feels like a Manning Brady, dude. It's kind of awesome. I love it.
I like that, Diesel.
Just two amazing quarterbacks.
I said something similar the other day. I think it is. The unfortunate thing is a lot of people are calling this a legacy game for Mahomes when, let's be honest, the Bengals are the better team. I don't think Burrow's the better quarterback, but he does have the better team all around him, and I think it's a little unfair to sit here and say that this game is like Mahomes' legacy game. I don't know.
What's this, 5 years in a row for they say 5 years in a row for the Chiefs to be in the AFC Championship game?
Ever since Mahomes starting. Yep. It has been either Brady or Mahomes since 2011. And Brady left the AFC, 2 years ago? So,
now
just kind of tells
Patty Ice.
Well, hey, man. I wouldn't say it belongs to him yet because he's only won one Super Bowl. Listen, I think Mahomes is a fucking great quarterback, but the team that has been put around him has kind of wavered from left to right? And we got a Chiefs fan on here. I hope he agrees with me because when they had great offenses, they struggled on the defensive side or the offensive line side. And then once they kind of evened it out, like I'm telling you, I think this team that they have this year is one of the most evenly keeled teams that the Chiefs have had under Patrick Mahomes. So I think they have a good shot. The one thing, I know, Diesel, you said I'm calling it an excuse, but high ankle sprain is no joke.
Oh,
It's no
No.
joke.
No.
Like, I mean,
But if you're gonna
listen,
play,
yeah, hey, listen, he's gonna play. He's a dog. He's gonna play. He's not Jimmy G. He's an actual dog. So I think that he's going to play. And listen, if I'm the Bengals, I am taking Hendrickson and Hubbard and all these motherfuckers, and I am blitzing him all day. And it
Yeah, we'll
might
see
make
what he
him look
looks like,
stupid. It might make him look stupid because he might fucking dice him up because he's that type of quarterback. The same way that Joe Burrow is great under pressure.
Mhm.
These two quarterbacks, Manning and Brady, I heard you guys talk about that. I was muted. I tried to chime in.
Uh-oh.
I love that comparison because I think that it's a great comparison. And the real reason I love it, Big Tom Tommy, I hope you fucking listen to me, is because Josh Allen's a bum, bro. He's a fucking bum. Sorry, had to get that out. Sorry.
I like that. I like that pick, Flair. I'm glad you got that off your chest.
I like that. It made me feel good.
Fuck, I wanted to ask Eric something. I had a good Chiefs question. Oh, how do you guys feel about the running back Pacheco? He looks like he could find himself a great role there for years to come, man. He's improved all season long.
Yeah, I love the kid. I mean, he chops. He doesn't stop moving. His legs keep churning.
Does not go down. That's the awesome thing about him. I love that.
Gonna be a weapon for Mahomes for years.
We're all sitting back laughing. We stole him in the 7th round.
I know.
Dude, and the funniest thing that I saw is that run last week where he bounced off it was either left guard or left tackle, and everyone, like, you could see how hard he was running towards the sideline and trying to beat out the cornerback, and everyone said, all I know is if you had him mic'd up, all you could hear was I mean, dude, he was fucking pumping, bro. You could he runs hard, and Teddy Bruschi on here, Patty Ice. I know you love Teddy Bruschi. He was not a big Pacheco fan. And what I told him was that the only reason I like him is because I don't think the Chiefs have had someone that has run as hard as him since Kareem Hunt, and they didn't want to give up Kareem Hunt.
Somebody in the chat, our boy Coleman wants to know, where did is it Pacheco or is it do they call him? Is it Pacheco?
Rutgers.
Oh, he went to Rutgers.
I've
But
heard
anyways, he
both.
wants to know.
Oh yeah, man, he's a Slutgers boy.
I've heard both.
Sorry.
Oh, okay, you've heard both, Eric.
Yeah, I've heard both.
I've heard both, but I feel like I've heard Pacheco more, and I was the dude calling him Pacheco because
Our boys
obviously
Pacheco.
because our boys are all Pacheco here, so like I was calling him Pacheco. So I think it's probably Pacheco, but who knows? Chris Collinsworth is racist as hell.
Yeah.
He just pronounces it whatever way he wants.
So who's doing that game? Is it gonna be Tony Romo?
Yeah, CBS has that game.
Oh my
Do
god.
you hate that, Eric? Do you like when Tony Romo calls the games?
No, they give me anxiety, but I listen to the Chiefs radio broadcast instead, so I'm on a little
that's
delay.
sick.
I end up pausing live TV.
Honestly, I can't stand
I
Romo
used to do
anymore.
that, Eric.
I
I
can't
do
stand
that
it.
with Zoe as well for the Patriots. I think it's way better doing it that way.
Yeah,
I don't hate
you-
Romo,
you-
dude. I don't hate him. I just think he gets gassed. Sorry.
I think he's just fucking turned up or something, Pick Flair. I don't know what's good with him.
Something's going on.
Well,
because-
dude, he makes good calls, but like he makes basic calls. Like if you've played football before, a lot of the shit he says is like really basic, and people are like, "Oh, dude, he knew that they were like going to the huddle." It's like I get pissed off at that. That's all.
Look at them lined up in I formation.
Look, they're probably gonna run the halfback dive. Like, all right, come on. Shut the
Do you
fuck
have
up,
any
dude.
big plans for this year's AFC Championship? Because I remember when the Patriots were really good, me and all my friends would get together and we would enjoy it together and we would watch the championship game and it would
The
be
good old days.
super fun. But I got no plans this year because my team is not in it.
yeah. I always keep it low key. Watch it with my dad and my sister. We watched together last week. We're gonna hopefully keep it rolling.
I know you
Superstition,
guys
baby.
got a nice tradition, so I hope that you're taking a nice shot this weekend, Derek.
You better send me an address, Eric.
He's like, you got a new Chiefs. He's like, you got a new son, and I'm a Chiefs fan.
Pick me up, yeah. Top me.
I do have one last question for you, okay? If you were able to meet Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and whoever else you want on the Chiefs, but there's one thing. You have to do a TikTok dance with Jackson Mahomes. Would you do it? And
Holy
hey,
shit!
I could use a lot
No
of bad
sale.
words, but let's just say it's going to be a really odd video on TikTok.
Yeah, no sale.
You wouldn't do that?
Nah.
Dude, respect it.
I don't think I could do it either,
Oh
buddy.
my god,
I respect
dude.
that.
We're picking it like Eric. This is what we've really come to, because they have to pick someone who doesn't play football, who's a piece of shit human, right? Everyone knows he's a piece of shit human, but they're rooting for a team that has Eli Apple on it. All right, Eli Apple. Have you ever seen this guy's tweets?
No, he is
He's not
ridiculous.
a Pat Beverly. No, he's not a Pat Beverly. He made fun of DeMar Hamlin's situation. He's a piece of shit, dude. He also got basically the award last year for being the sole reason that the Bengals don't already have a Super Bowl win. You guys want to root for that guy? Jackson Mahomes isn't even allowed at the games anymore. Like, they did the right thing.
Oh, Pat, yeah, at least Pat finally stood up to him and said, "Hey, listen, buddy, you gotta go pound sand."
I think the team was like, yo, Patty, let's maybe not let him go there anymore.
I think that made me respect the Chiefs a little bit more. I mean, like, come on, dude. Eli Apple's a scumbag.
He is. I mean, I'm definitely not denying that. I'm not going there.
Eli Apple's a scumbag. He was a scumbag on the Saints. He was a scumbag for his whole fucking career.
He's troll, huh? Eli.
Where
else did he play?
He played at Ohio State. Yeah, I know why you like him, dude. He's been a scumbag. He also got exposed at Ohio State, though. Like, you could have a highlight tape of getting burned.
I just like it. He's fucking plays head games. I kind of like it.
It hasn't worked yet, though.
I know, but he's just an asshole. What are you gonna do, buddy? He's a fucking asshole.
Yeah. I know.
Who's he covering this weekend?
Fucking hopefully not Kelsey. I hope he got like triple team.
I don't know. That's a great question, Eric. I don't know.
He's gonna have to go on like one of the. He's gotta. Valdez Scantlin might be too big for him.
No, I think it's gonna be Juju.
Matchups. You think it's gonna be Juju?
I think it's gonna be Juju, and you know what? I have a bold prediction that Juju cooks this motherfucker all game. I think Juju goes for 75 plus and a titty.
Okay.
I don't know if they'll let him go single coverage. They'll probably. I mean, we'll see, but the Bengals.
Well, if I'm them, you're right, Diesel. That's a good point, because if I'm them, I kind of just go zone and blitz Mahomes all day. You know what I mean?
Gonna double team is try to cancel out Kelsey and make these other guys try to beat you. See what happens.
Dude, Kelsey hasn't been doing much. Last week he fucking went off, but for the end of the season, yeah, last week he did. But like they've shown that they can win games without Kelsey this year.
Oh yeah, they balanced, man. Most balanced team right now.
You know what I mean?
My biggest concern, and I don't know if you realize, was the second half of the AFC Championship and the first half of this regular season game. Kelsey didn't have a catch.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know, dude. People who had Kelsey all year got boned by him the same way that Justin Jefferson people did.
Touchdowns with like 10 yards or something this year.
Yeah, he's not going to get a lot of yards.
I
got lucky with that pick, Flair. I ended up winning with Jefferson still in the league. So you blessed me by picking him. He clutched it all year, and I still won it.
You have to draft around him. Boys, I think, to be honest with you, we're getting fucking really caught up in our personal beef right here.
Yeah,
we need to talk about this Eagles game, bro. What are we... Come on, what are we doing?
Eagles
There's a whole nother game going on.
Kidding me? In the Niners, baby.
Eric, do you have a prediction in that game?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I need Eric's prediction because he's on my side of the fence here.
And because he's a fucking Rampage champion.
Yeah, I gotta go the Eagles on this in a close game.
My man.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
I thought the Eagles were gonna come into the playoffs. Like I thought they were gonna like get sniped out. Like I thought they were gonna be a little cold. I know Hurts was a little banged up, so I was kind of like trying to predict an upset, and then like I saw them play last weekend, and now I'm fucking rocking a fucking Eagles jersey on my shelf.
I had Hurts hurting too, man. I had them coming in. I picked the Giants with the points, and by the end of the first quarter, I shut it off, had myself a nice fucking cup of tea, and I went to bed. And I didn't miss a damn thing. Didn't miss a damn thing. The game was over in the first quarter. They look amazing like they did mid-season.
Before we all like pick who we think's gonna win and stuff, like I'm sure we obviously already know. Do you guys like the Eagles head coach?
Ugh.
I think he's a lunatic, buddy. But
I
hey,
don't like him though, and I'm a lunatic myself. So like, I don't know. I'm
This
just
is
not a fan of this guy.
I'm not a fan of him
did you
because
see
of
him
his
looking in the
antics.
camera and he's just like this? He
Dude,
like
did
saw
you
the
see
camera.
him?
Just like
Did you hear him see it shitting on the ref and saying, "And I'm allowed
Yeah.
to be down here"? First
That's
off,
the
like,
stuff. That's what I thought. Like
Yeah,
that's
like,
the stuff
buddy.
I
that
don't
I
like
think is
it.
weird.
No, I think he's a fucking prick. To be honest with you, but here's the thing, right?
Perfect for
I
me.
also, when Doug Peterson was the head coach of the Eagles, I hated Doug Peterson. So maybe I just have a bias against
I
Philly.
like Doug
But
Peterson.
well, now I like Doug Peterson after what I
think
just
you
saw
have
this year.
to
I
be
love
the
him.
Eagles coach, you gotta somewhat kind of bring that kind of swagger in
It'd be
some
crazy.
kind of way, a little bit, right?
You
Philly's
gotta be a
crazy. It'd be crazy.
scumbag.
So Eric,
Hey, boys.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining the show, Eric. And again, I know your tradition, so I hope that you're taking a shot, buddy, this weekend.
Thanks, bro. It'll be
Good
2
luck,
if
buddy.
we win. So thank you. Thanks for having me, boys.
At the group, I'll take one with you,
Actually,
buddy.
go on. Thank
Fucking
you.
let's go. Patrick Mahomes is the next GOAT. Let's go.
That was a great call. I'm glad Eric came on. That was a nice surprise.
Yeah, that's good.
We
to
gotta
have somebody-
talk. We spent a lot of fucking time talking about the Chiefs Bengals, which makes a lot of
We
sense
did.
because
Let's
we
get-
are
let's get
we
this-
are an
these
AFC
fucking
championship
matchups
team.
are unbelievable. Both these matchups, I haven't seen a. I feel like these matchups are so fucking even on both sides. It's just unbelievable. That's why it's like we got carried away right there.
Yeah.
But like this one right here, we could go. I'll fucking go all night with this matchup.
Hey, we're in the championships here. You know what I mean? We might have to fucking talk about it and get this off. our chest.
Hold on. Look at it. Look at his comment. Eagles head coach is that crazy uncle who drinks OE 40s, misses AM practice for 5-man flag. That's Slariani right there, but I don't know. I don't love him for that reason. It's just I think he's too big balled without a big resume. I'd like him if he wins the Super Bowl this year and then acted this way next year. I'd still probably be pissed. Like he's just too new.
So
like,
we give. Yeah.
If Bill Belichick acted the way that he was acting right now, we'd
I
be
love
like,
it.
"Fuck yeah, Bill!
Oh my God, I would love
Fuck
it.
yeah, Bill!" It's just like
Wizard loves them. We got Chad. Thank you for joining, buddy. He loves the
It's the
Eagles.
Wizard.
Coach. Chad
Yeah.
loves him. He said
Yeah,
he'd run
that's-
through a fucking wall for him.
well,
That's
you know
kinda
what, dude?
crazy like the Eagles. He's kind of kooky, just like him.
Well, listen, dude. With the success they've had, I'm having a hard time shit talking him. I'll give everyone that
true.
loves him, I don't hate you. I don't hate you for it. In the first 4 games, I was
Pete
pissed.
Weber this weekend. If he wins, dude, he's gonna start
Oh,
saying
dude.
"I am" to the camera, and then if he does that, I might have to get myself another Eagles shirt.
I mean, hey, listen, Patty Ice, me and you picked the fucking Eagles, man.
I know. And again, the reason I'm riding with the Eagles is because, again, I thought they were gonna put up that dud. I thought they were playing a team that was just fucking crazy hot, and they just proved me so wrong, dude. They literally dominated last weekend, dude. Dominated. But
Yeah.
so let's talk some 49ers now. Let's talk some 49ers because these guys are fucking legit as well. Like this definitely could go either way.
Yeah, I mean this 49ers team. I've been digging them for the past couple years now since Shanahan took over. Man, they like built a phenomenal defense, and I honestly feel like that linebacking core they got over there. It's giving me Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman vibes right now. They got
Diesel nailed
Greenlaw.
it.
Yeah.
Diesel nailed it.
Trey
He nailed
Warner and Greenlaw are unbelievable, man. I mean, Trey Warner's he's fucking covering receivers as a linebacker. Like that guy's unbelievable.
Dude.
And Greenlaw's just a
Whew.
monster in the trenches. Like,
Bro,
guys,
the Baldy, right? Baldy, everyone knows Baldy. He showed the clip of the play that they ran, and what he broke it down as was like many teams try to run this play, almost no teams can run this play. Fred Warner was showing
Trey
blitz.
Warner.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fred
No,
Warner.
you're
yeah.
right, buddy. I was wrong.
Oh, I didn't even catch it. So Fred Warner was showing blitz, and CeeDee Lamb was in the slot. and he dropped back and
dude,
covered
that
him
was insane.
30 yards downfield, bro.
That's some
On his
Madden
hip.
shit right there. That's legit user defense on Madden. Like that's video
on
game
the hip.
stuff, dude.
On the hip.
That's
of one of the
user
best
defense,
receivers.
but you switch Deion Sanders to linebacker,
Yeah,
bro. What
that's
the
like
fuck was
You're beating the
that?
system. You're
Dude,
putting
that
like a
was
corner at
insane,
linebacker.
bro.
Unreal. And you know
it's
what?
not even like it was any wide receiver. It was against CD Lamb, right?
CeeDee Lamb was in the slot, and he covered CeeDee Lamb downfield. Here's like Diesel. I think this game goes either way. The same way that I think that the Chiefs and Bengals game goes either way. You got to pick someone, right? You got.
Are great, man.
You got to pick someone. And I'm gonna go on record right now saying that like I will not shed a tear for either of these fucking matchups, right? Like I don't care. I love the fact that we have great matchups this week.
Yep.
What I will say is that the 49ers last week showed me that they're vulnerable. They did. Because the week before, they were as dominant as they had been in that 8-0 run, and I was like, dude, they are going all the way to the Super Bowl. If they didn't rely on 2 Dak Prescott terrible interceptions in last week's game, I'd probably be with you, Diesel. I probably would. The only reason I'm not is that Jalen Hurts came back and looked like Jalen Hurts all season. And I will tell you one thing. The 49ers defense is great, but the fucking Eagles defense has just as much, if not more firepower, and has shown that they are great too.
It's
legit
That's
crazy
swagger.
swag.
It's one. I saw the thing. It's 1 versus 2 in defense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it's
sick.
coming up matchup. It's unbelievable. There's just
It's gonna be
monsters
unreal.
everywhere.
Yep.
It's going to be unreal. And honestly, the Eagles defense all year has kind of underperformed for how much star power they had. I mean, if we roll this back 7 episodes, right? And we talk about the Eagles defenses picking up what's his name from the Bears, and then there was like someone else in the same week. Diesel, me and you were like, dude, who's going to stop this defense? Who's going to stop this defense? And then they got picked apart for like 4 weeks, kind of and Jalen Hurts in the offense showed up. Now, when you saw them against the Giants last week, dude, they shit all over Saquon Barkley.
And they're playing great as a unit right now.
That's a.
I'm gonna have a hard time.
Offense. There's a different offense. Giants were a team that has to slow down the ball. Like this Niners team. I mean, something tells me that they're gonna maybe take the Niners a little lightly on offense right now because they didn't perform against the Cowboys, and because you think CMC gets held in check one more time like that? I don't know, man.
Bro, the only reason I think he could is because, in my opinion, the Eagles' defense is clearly better than the Cowboys' defense right now.
Cowboys teamed up a great game.
They don't even like. I mean, dude, Deebo Samuel got held in check too.
That's a scary guy. That's a scary dude right there.
If they it would be tough to see them both get held in check 2 weeks in a row. But the main reason, and we talked about this early in the year, right? Like, it's hard for a player like Brock Purdy, who was cool under pressure, to not perform with that type of team. But now, every week that we talk about this, the pressure is more and more and more and more. This could be the week that he really gets like, all right, I'm gonna take Josh Allen's lead and I'm gonna shit down my leg and let it soak. We'll see.
I mean, this is, buddy, both these matches are pick 'em. Like, if you're trying to bet on the games, like myself this week, I had the toughest time. I had the toughest time to pick who
What's
wins.
the line? Rob, do you know what the lines are right now? Because I know the Chiefs are +1. I know the Chiefs are +1. I don't know what the Niners game is. The Niners-Eagles. 2.5. What, Eagles getting 2.5 because they're at home?
Eagles are getting 2.5. Eagles are -2.5. And the 49ers are +2.5. And then the Bengals are +1. Chiefs -1.
So they're just wrong.
What'd you say?
The Chiefs are -1?
Yeah, Chiefs were +1 today.
Right now, dude, 70% of the bets are 70% of the public is on Bengals +1.
You know what? After that Patrick Mahomes press conference, they saw him walking. They're like, all right, what's the bet?
They switched
it was 9-6.
Skipping up fucking press it.
I think I saw Wednesday it was -2.5 Bengals. And then
I couldn't even. I couldn't even believe it, Diesel. Like, to think that the AFC Championship game, that the home team, and it's not like the Jaguars are the home team, it's the fucking Kansas City Chiefs, and they were giving up points up until today, dude. Like, I was slamming the Chiefs all week, dude. Fucking
Give me your money, dude. I'll throw it on him too. Like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, but now this makes sense that they're getting the points back. I think all it took is what Diesel just said. They saw Patrick Mahomes walking with no limp, no boot, nothing. I think that's kind of a fluke, though. I think that's kind of a fluke. Dude, a high ankle sprain?
That's what I'm saying. I think he's like, all right, Patrick, when you see the cameras, act like you're fine, but he's probably like dragging that thing on the ground.
A high ankle sprain is like usually, especially for a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes that runs around, that's like 4 weeks minimum.
We saw how Mac Jones handled one.
I fucking thought he was dead. I thought he died. I honestly thought he was dead. Mac Jones was screaming like a little girl getting carried off like Paul Pierce.
It's okay, guys. It doesn't matter for next year because we got Bill O'Brien from the Texans. We're good.
Look at he's starting to growing. Bill is growing on it right now.
I'll just try to get you guys going. That's all. Listen. I am happy that we don't have Patricia. Like I said, I'm not gassing it. I'm not gassing it. I don't think we have Nick Saban as offensive coordinator next year. That's all I'm getting at.
Yeah, is what D-Law said. Is Mahomes' brother doing a TikTok video is over 0.5. I think, is there a prop bet on Patrick Mahomes' brother? How many TikTok dances he's doing at the game?
Dude, I hope not. Like, can we please?
Allowed, right?
Imagine that.
Can we please keep this? Like, the NFL and the Mahomes family has done a great job keeping this dude out of the game. Let's keep him out of the game.
If he shows up and I see him on TV, Bengals win by 2 touchdowns.
Listen, shout out Andy Reid and the Chiefs GM because one, they shut down that Patrick Mahomes and Mrs. Cunty Mahomes fucking shit in one season, and two, they brought in Boo Boo TikTok Schuster, and we haven't seen a single TikTok on the field from that motherfucker. Buddy, if you're talking about team management, like, come on, that's fucking big. You have 3 TikTok stars on your team right now, and you shut them all down in one season.
God, Juju's been really quiet.
49ers versus Chiefs rematch, Rob time. And honestly, a lot of people are going that way. I think personally that it's gonna be a Chiefs-Eagles one just because I think they're the more complete veteran teams. But I mean, dude, it really could go any way. And I'll be honest, I don't give a fuck which way it goes.
I love it.
Because if it's the opposite of my teams, I'm showing up next week with a different colored bandana, and I'm gonna shit on both of you. I don't give a fuck. Because the Patriots suck, and it doesn't matter. We're fucking rooting for whoever's playing.
I'm just rooting for 2 fucking great games this weekend. That's all I want.
That's it, baby. Let's fucking go.
I think they're both going to be great games for sure.
There's no way all right, I shouldn't say that. I don't think there's a way that there isn't at least an exciting game to watch. There might be a blowout, but if it's a blowout, it's going to be crazy plays. Like, there's no way one of these teams get dog walked by somebody. I really don't think so.
Whose boy is that?
Hefe KC? I don't know, but he seems like a good guy.
Yeah, he does. Ooh, let's get the fucking Chiefs chant going, huh?
The fuck out of here.
Doyle says he'll just show you the fucking exit door. That's it.
Oh, wait, Diesel, wait a minute. Mahomes is the GOAT? I like this kid. Diesel, I want to bet. I told you earlier, if the 49ers win, I'm going to get you up to $30 49ers T-shirt, long sleeve tee, whatever you want, tank top, whatever it is.
You got a $30 budget, whatever you want.
Okay, $30 budget. If the Chiefs win, what do you got for me?
Oh shit, dude!
You got the same? You got the same bet coming either way?
Patty Mahomes toilet paper to wipe your ass with.
No, I want a T-shirt. Same way. Come on.
All right, buddy.
Give me a
What
pound.
ring you got
Virtual knuckle touch.
Oh, that's just the Framingham State fucking
Fucking
Rams
it's
fucking ring. Look at that thing, buddy.
there? Oh, true.
You kidding me? Dude?
Go, dude. He says you shitting me, dude. Fucking
Shut
baby.
Hey, you know what this is?
Oh my God, Young Poppy
dude.
champagne.
Which one's that?
That's from YG, the
Oh, what a
OG
G.
champions. You guys weren't born when YG was winning championships.
Yeah, but they kept winning them, so I fucking still got to witness it.
Yeah, they won like 20 in a row. I got one and I dipped. I said, I'm going back to my dorm, guys. There's too many chicks there.
I mean,
Well, I like that roster spot on the Blue Lobsters.
D-La wants to be a blue lobster, huh? D-La. We got the Chiefs fan in here. I really do love that. I don't know where he found it. I fucking love it.
F.A., hit us up, buddy, because listen, you got a homie in here. I'm not a major Chiefs fan, but I'll back you up, buddy. Mahomes is fucking Mahomes. I love it.
You know,
Now, Chiefs fan Hefe, you like Mahomes' brother or?
Dude, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, let's get away from this shit. It's kind of like the people that picked on Brady for kissing his kids, but worse.
I mean, you
It's
gotta,
like, dude,
buddy.
come on, buddy. Like, you know what, Beazle? Listen, if you think it's the same, then you're also saying that Mahomes is on Brady's level.
Said he wanted the Niners G-string.
I mean,
he said
this is what I'm gonna give this to the Chiefs. Is they're like the Patriots right now. They're always there in the big game right now. They're always in the championship. You got to beat the Chiefs. They get there. I feel like every year. So
Yeah,
kind of
and
feeling
I'll
like
say,
that Patriots vibe right now.
yeah, and the Bills had a chance to turn the tide this year, and
They blew
we
it.
didn't really get to talk about this, but I know Patty Ice wants to talk about this. Can we
Yeah.
just talk about how the Bills fucking blow it, dude, real quick?
I am just
like, real
sick
quick.
and tired of the every
Where's
year.
Big Time Tommy?
Yeah, where's Big Time Tommy? He was
What are you
talking
sick of every year, Doyle? Sorry.
I'm just sick and tired of fucking every year, the past 3 years. Oh man, this Bills team, they're gonna be the team to beat. They're gonna easy way to the Super Bowl every year, and it's just they just blow it. They blow it in the divisional round, or they see Papa Chiefs and
What's his
fucking
name?
get
What's his
spanked.
name, Diesel? What's his name? Tell me what his name
You
is.
tell me. I like when you say it. What's
Hold on,
Mr.
I just gotta
Allen's
clear my
nickname?
throat. I just gotta clear my throat. Hold on.
What's Mr. Josh Allen's nickname?
It's Josh. Shit dry down my leg, Allen. I'm sorry. In the playoffs. In the playoffs.
Extra underwear.
He if he had more pressure, he would burst into a bubble. Like, he can't handle it, dude. I'm telling you, he can't handle it. And listen, not everything was his fault in that game, but I will say that there were a couple times. One instance in for me, I really hope Big Time Tommy's watching. Big Time Tommy, when Josh Allen threw that out, it was like a corner route, right, to the right side of the field. It was snowing, right? It's a tough ball, but he threw it completely out of bounds.
Dismissal.
And then he started fucking yelling at Stephon Diggs, and he was going, you gotta cut it. You gotta cut it. You gotta cut it.
They sound
Cut
just
what?
like that too.
Cut what, dude? Cut what? Cut the cheese? Are you fucking kidding me? Be a man. Don't be Mac Jones. You shit on Mac Jones? That was the Mac Jones shit. Be a man. Get the fuck out of here. Wipe the shit off your leg and go back to the locker room and figure out what you're gonna do next year.
Does there need to be a coaching change? Because it seems like McDermott can't win those big games.
I like McDermott.
question.
I'm sorry. I like McDermott. I'm sorry.
I like
I
he was
do
well
like
coached.
McDermott. I said it earlier this year. I think McDermott is starting to be that new type of Bill Belichick fucking coach. But I'll tell you what, they have to either make Josh Allen a little bit more disciplined and not as much backyard baseball, or he's got to find somebody else. Like, I just don't. What they're doing right now doesn't win in championship games. He'll be the best Phillip Rivers of all time if that's what they're gonna keep doing.
He's just kind of out of control, man. He like sometimes just when he's scrambling, he runs himself into trouble. We saw that in the Cincy game. He tried to get out of the pocket, and he gets sacked. Like, you know, like guys that they had like a corner blitz. What was that? That guy, he's like $185, 185, and he completely crushes Mo.
You just have to respect them, and like that's the one thing that I'll say is like I do respect Josh Allen as a quarterback the same way that I respected Cam Newton as a quarterback. Neither of them have won a Super Bowl, and neither of them will.
At least Cam's been there, buddy. And has Josh Allen won MVP yet?
No, and he
So
won't.
Cam still.
You don't think he's gonna win a Super Bowl, Josh Allen?
Well, I mean, listen, like I hate predictions like that because I have a friend of mine, right, Derek Crowther out there, and if he's watching, fuck you, Derek. But listen, he said that Lamar Jackson will never win a Super Bowl, and he said that at the beginning of this year. I understand where you're coming from, but it's such a hard thing to predict because Lamar Jackson's going to a new team most likely. Josh Allen could go to a new team most likely. Aaron Rodgers could go to a new team most likely. Like, it's so hard to just sit here and say he'll never win a Super Bowl because listen, if Josh Allen goes to I mean, dude, put him in the Bengals offense. He's probably winning a Super Bowl. I don't know. Like, I mean, that offense is stacked. Put him in the Philly offense. He's almost 100% winning a Super Bowl. But with what they have right now, they have a great team, and he just doesn't have enough because I think that they just don't have the run game. They don't have that Joe Mixon. They don't have that, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook. They don't have that guy that can take over. They rely too much on Josh Allen's legs, and his legs are good, but they're not Michael Vick.
Good, right? Don't overuse them. That's the thing with him is you don't like. You're right. I totally agree with your take.
Quentin, buddy, hold on. I gotta address this. Lamar Jackson to the Jets, never winning a Super Bowl confirmed. Listen, I'm on point with you, Q, because I think the Jets as a team are just like so far outside of Super Bowl contention. The one thing that I will say is like I think Lamar Jackson to the Jets give them a better chance to win the Super Bowl than almost anything else. Maybe Aaron Rodgers. But like, dude, that team is so young, so stacked.
Defense is awesome.
If there were any year that they could win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson, it would be this coming year. But I also don't know if Baltimore's going to let him go.
Oh man, he seemed like he was kind of checked out on them. I think he could have played that last game.
Also, I love that. So before we get off here, does anybody have any more questions? Let's fire off some questions in the chat. I kind of love that.
Yeah, chat.
Quinn, I've said this before, buddy. I love you, buddy. I love that you're in here. You know, a little weird question. James Lopez Quentin, right? No. I've never mentioned where I know James from.
Okay.
Me and James, back in college, we didn't go to college together. I was on the Framingham State, conference championship winning football team.
Yeah.
Shout out Matt Silva. Shout out Jared. All the motherfuckers. You know I love you. But when I found out that I was having a kid, and I've told you guys this, it was way late, right? 6.5 months in, I find out that I'm having a kid. And I got to go get a job because I'm like, dude, I'm doing nothing but spending money. That's it. I go get a job at the 99. I get trained by a kid. It's James Lopez Quentin. And you know what he tells me?
Fucking Lopez Quentin. What'd he say?
He tells me, fuck all these motherfuckers. Come in here, get your money, and go the fuck home to your family. And I've always loved him since then. This kid was honestly one of the realest motherfuckers that I ever met. I've loved him. I haven't seen him since then because, like, I'm not back in Framingham. Obviously, like, what am I going to do back in Framingham? I don't get to see him as much, but he's in here now, and he's been in here for, 5 or 6 weeks? Quentin, I fucking love you, bro. I know I've said it a bunch of times. I fucking love you.
Tip of the fucking glasses too. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Tip of the hat.
Great kid, makes a mean drink, makes an even meaner fucking statement on the chat.
Let's fucking go. Shout out to James Lopez Quentin. Appreciate you coming on.
And shout out.
So we're gonna get a fucking Bruins episode in here with a fucking secret weapon. He goes by the name of Perry, baby, and he's also known as the fucking Boston Bruin Bear himself. And he's gonna be on a Bruins episode.
Rumor
has he ready?
Might be a lobster too. He might be a.
Is he ready for the Riz of the Rangers Nation? Is he? Is he ready for the Riz of the Rangers Nation? My boy Reed, because Reed's coming in here with some fucking heat.
I love that too.
Reed's coming in here too.
We got some Rangers insiders that are going to be on the show as well.
Oh, the hockey season's going to get turned the fuck up, and I'll tell you what, we're going to fight on here. If you're allowed to fight in the NHL, we're fighting in here too. 100%.
We're dropping the gloves.
I'm going to break my fucking desk. You're getting me pissed. Seeing Crow, what's that fucking thing you had on your head where you were like that crazy little?
Oh, dude, the ball.
Dude, that thing, buddy, that thing's different. I don't know how you do that. I gotta give you some credit,
bro. It's honestly when I first Bean, shout out Bean, love you Beantown.
Also another G.
Bean got me that because he bought one that came with it was like a 2-for-1 thing, and the first
balls to the face.
Oh, buddy, I had a black eye for a week the first time I tried it. That thing came back.
Loved it.
Like, dude, that thing is no joke. If you think you can do that because you saw some 7-year-old kids sniping it out, you're fucking wrong. You need at least 2 weeks before you can get doing that. And like, buddy, it's great for hand-eye coordination. Wide receivers out there, Greg, Yogi, fucking.
Chat wants to know next Raiders QB, Rodgers or Brady or other.
Well, that's James. I'm kind of leaning towards Brady, but dude, I think their best bet is Rodgers.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Why are their best bet Rodgers over Brady? Because they'd have to trade for Rodgers. Brady's a free agent, so why do you think that?
Because Rodgers has played with Adams. Rodgers
very true. Great point.
Listen to it this way. Has Rodgers ever had an offense as good as what the Raiders have right now?
No.
Darren Waller, Devontae Adams, and I'm not even take out the fact that Devontae Adams already has a career of Hall of Fame numbers with Aaron Rodgers. Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, that kid Mac Hollins looked amazing. You have fucking Josh Jacobs. I mean, they have to re-sign Josh Jacobs. Yeah, Darren Waller. Darren Waller. And
Darren Waller and Rodgers would be nice, dude.
Who's the head coach? Like, I know we can say whatever we want. We hate him because we're Patriots fans. Josh McDaniels is an offensive genius.
I don't hate McDaniels.
McDaniels. I just felt like his past 2 years with New England, he was kind of losing.
And I also think that, I mean, listen, there's been speculation on both sides of this, but I do think that Brady would be more reluctant to go play with McDaniels than a Rodgers would. I do. I think Rodgers, but there's also a lot of speculation about fucking Rodgers going to the Jets right now, and I think that would be honestly just as great.
And there's also some rumors. I mean, we all saw on Twitter today, Pick Flair, we were talking about this earlier. Brady supposedly looking at schools in Miami.
Miami.
Just saying.
Hey, Patty Ice, me and you talked about this before the season started. The fact that they got caught trying to collude to get Sean Payton and Brady to Miami, and then the fact that, what did we say 2 weeks ago, bro? We said Sean Payton had a bunch of interviews and everyone was talking about getting him, and what did I say? I said it's all a facade. He's going to Miami with Brady. We know it.
They have such a good coach, though.
Yeah,
okay, so think about it this way. Diesel. I want your opinion on this because I know you. I mean, we all love the Patriots here, but I don't think any of us get as many boners in the day for Patriots logos as you do. So, if the Bills keep this current squad, if Miami gets Sean Payton and Brady, and if the Jets get Aaron Rodgers, do the Patriots do anything more than what they did this year?
Oh my God, we might be fucking.
It'd be pretty bad.
We might not win a division game.
We might not. We might go over in the division, right?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, realistically, right? We're talking. Let's say none of those things happen. We're still fighting for third place again next year, realistically, right?
Yeah, unless of some big drastic changes
coming.
Yeah, until I see what happens during draft day and this offseason,
Yeah.
For instance, if you do bring in a Hopkins, I'm like, all right, there's
It would be a lot for me to put them ahead of one of these teams right now, because
right now,
for me, they're gonna have to prove it. I don't care who they get, they're gonna have to do it.
Hey, you're a GM right now. Are you taking DeAndre Hopkins with the money that he, brings in to get thrown from Patrick Mahomes, or are you taking Garrett Wilson and fucking Mike White? And I'm talking long term.
And then, okay.
I'm going with the Jets there. I don't if bringing Hopkins in for me, and this has just been a personal opinion for a while. If we bring Hopkins in, I really think we have to go all out on one of two things. We have to either get some veteran offensive linemen, which there will be some around the league that we can grab, or we have to go out there and get a veteran QB the same way the Jets are. That's it. We got to pick one. We can't let Mac Jones just throw up to DeAndre Hopkins with no offensive line all year and think that that's going to do anything different than a young rookie fucking Jets team that realistically next year is poised to turn up, and they're only one game behind us as of this year.
The Jets are a quarterback away from being a
without a
QB team.
They also just hired Nathaniel Hackett as their offensive coordinator.
We know that. Was that the Broncos coach?
Broncos head coach.
Yeah, Broncos head coach. But do you know that he was also the most successful offensive coordinator for the Jacksonville Jaguars? He was the one that brought them with Blake Bortles to the fucking AFC Championship against the Patriots. So
as long as what's happened on the Broncos, dude?
Russell Wilson's
Russell Wilson's not that good. Teddy Bruschi would love that you just said that, Diesel. He's a big anti-Russell Wilson fan.
I can't believe it still. I still can't believe Russell, just puked all over himself that whole
Let's ask
season.
you guys this real quick.
It's garbage.
What if he got like a real? What if Russell Wilson got like a Sean Payton?
Ooh, I mean,
Because Peyton did say that he interviewed for the job, right?
You
you know
like-
what? You know what's a weird stat? You know what's a weird stat? Just before we answer that, in the last 3 weeks of the season, which were after Nathaniel Hackett got fired. Now, listen, there's a lot that goes into this besides the head coach getting fired. They played teams that were tapped out. It's the end of the season. Things are different. Teams aren't. Defenses specifically aren't respecting them. But in the last 3 weeks of this season, Russell Wilson was a top 5 fantasy quarterback.
Really?
100%. I saw that the other day, and I
Shit,
looked it
dude.
up. That is 100% true.
And then
So,
I
like-
drafted him this year.
Well, that's the thing. It's like you could talk shit about a quarterback all year. Like I have 78 likes on a comment of a Doug Baldwin highlight, and you know the whole highlight was a Russell Wilson highlight. But it was that play, if you guys remember back in the day, where it was against the Cardinals, and
Yeah, and Doug
Russell
Baldwin
Wilson-
mossed him. Mossed the guy.
Doug Baldwin mossed the guy on the sideline and then ran into the end zone. And it said, "Is this not, showing that Russell Wilson can do it?" It's like, dude, first off, it looked like he was trying to throw the ball away. And that ball could have just as easily been pick six. So what I commented was, I think you meant to say Doug Baldwin highlight. I got the most comments on that post. The most likes for comments on that
Because
post.
Doug Baldwin legit mossed that guy. I remember that.
Dude, think about the receivers. Not only the receivers and the defenses that Russell Wilson has had. I mean, you can't take away what his team did. And he only had what? Did he even have 2 Super Bowls, or he just had one? And 1 and 2 appearances were like Brady
What happened in
just
the
a good
second
defense.
appearance?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think he's been.
Malcolm.
I don't think he's been the same since fucking that interception. I feel like it's been like in his head. I don't think I've seen. I just Russell hasn't been in the. Russell's been so off since that interception in the Super Bowl.
Russell was like the best first 4 to 6 week quarterback for fantasy of all time, I think. Like he was always showing up. And then he just fucking pissed his pants for the rest of the season. Like I was a Russell Wilson fan for fantasy a couple years because he got me a good amount of wins, but I'll tell you what, anytime I drafted him, I also drafted a backup. 100%.
Move.
He threw that pick so Lynch didn't win Super Bowl.
They did not want Marshawn Lynch to be MVP of the Super Bowl.
I know there was a lot of speculation that they wanted Russell to be the hero there, huh? That's why they wanted.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's second down. Like it's not. I know
that would
people
have been a great play call. They said, honestly, that would have been a great play call. Like,
dude, if that play goes through, it is a great play call. It is, but you also have to realize that. Look at every coach that has played Bill Belichick in the Super Bowl, and especially the ones that have lost. Even the ones that haven't lost say the same thing. He's a mastermind in big games. A mastermind. Look at Sean McVay's interview after that Super Bowl where we fucking wrecked. Almost said something bad. When we wrecked Jared Goff and the Rams.
He honestly was already mindfucked by Bill before the game started. He was like all googly eyes. He's shaking Bill's hand. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, he's all giddy.
He's a big fan.
He's playing against
Bill,
So when you
watch
watch the whole Sound FX or a Football Life, whatever it was about that Super Bowl, they show how many times they practiced that play on the goal line because the Seahawks were loving that play on second down. They knew it was coming.
What a fucking stud, huh?
Well,
all he has to do is not throw a pick.
Get another Super Bowl.
All he has to do is not throw a pick, and it's a touchdown. Next play.
Losers.
And James Lopez. No way we fucking stopped Lynch multiple times right there. And I don't think people appreciate that Dante Hightower tackle, how crucial that.
Yeah. I mean, I understand why people would say, like, if you're the Seahawks, you have to run it 3 times. But I also would understand that if they ran it 3 times and we stuffed them, they would just get the same type of castration in the news. They would. And the Patriots of any team, it's like the Patriots, Steelers, 49ers, like teams like that, they are known to be very good on the goal line. Very good, especially that defense we had that year. So, like, I get them trying one play that they thought was going to be good. The difference is that their quarterback fucking sucked. That's it.
I mean,
You should have thrown it out of the back of the end zone. That's what he should have done. And Brady would have thrown it out of the back of the end zone.
Ryan Johnson says, "What's up, fellas? How we doing?
Love
How we doing?
Love you, Beach.
What's up? What's up? Do you guys have any other closing thoughts? We've had a hell of an episode.
Hell of an episode.
This has been a great
Yeah.
one. Appreciate
I did.
everybody tuning in for real.
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, if you guys aren't, if you're a football fan, these got to be one of the best matchups I've seen in a while. Such even matchups. There's
It's gonna
no
be an
that.
exciting weekend.
I don't
Yeah.
care if you're a Patriots fan, a fucking Dolphins fan, a Niners fan, whatever.
Fucking New England
I don't-
Revolution fan, he don't care, baby.
Dude, I really just don't think like we could have asked for a better championship weekend because let's be honest, if the Patriots were involved in this, like we're gassed up as hometowns, but take that out of the way. This is just like across the league, there isn't another team that you'd really want to see in here.
These four
Oh,
teams
these deserve it.
to
Well
be here.
deserved.
They all deserve to be here, which is great.
Yeah, fuck you,
none-
big time,
none of the
Tommy.
Underdog stories snuck in. You got four
Oh my
fucking
God,
powerhouse teams.
Brian
DJ
Johnson
said
coming in
Niners and
just
Cincy.
like me. Are you? Let's go, buddy.
One
Like
of us. One of us. He's
I
got the
love that.
same picks as Diesel. Okay.
All right, Beach. You're on an
Perfect
island with
timing,
Diesel.
buddy.
You're gonna be paying for half of his T-shirt this weekend.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Well, do you guys have any closing statements? I'm pretty good for this episode.
No, I think that's gonna be it for me, man. I need that Sunday football.
Yep. I hope
Winner wants
everybody
Bengals
in the chat has a great time this weekend, enjoys the games. And then also, while I do have everybody here, we are going to be putting out more content, more episodes. We're going to continue this. It's not just an NFL show. We're going to kind of shift the gears a bit. We got plenty of connections. We'll do hockey. We're going to do it all. We're going to be doing basketball and probably hockey for the majority, but we like UFC. You know what I mean? We'll talk about whatever's going on, really. So,
Some crazy water polo picks coming your way. Stay tuned.
yes, sir. But
Cricket's red hot
everybody-
right now.
That'll do it.